Hi friends!
Hey everybody!
Welcome back to Dual Wellness. I'm Camille.
I'm Max.
Mom.
Son.
And this is our channel where we talk about wellness from the aspect of a 56-year-old female and a
22-year-old male, almost 23.
almost 23-year-old male.
Yeah. I don't think so now.
No, a little over a month.
Yeah, a little bit.
Nah, just not that. Yeah, a little bit.
A little over a month.
Yep.
We're gonna have a big birthday bash special for me, right?
Anyways, 23. Anyways, thanks for joining us. Please, welcome back if you've been here before. If you're new here, welcome. We like to talk about wellness from either mental health, physical health, all different things like that. Max and I are really interested in all things wellness. We like to research it. We like to do it. We like to,
Absolutely.
Diet, exercise, all that good stuff. So, like, subscribe, comment. We've been getting a lot of likes. We've been getting some subscriptions. Comments, none yet. So, come on, guys.
Even if they're bad, even if you're angry, leave us a little angry comment. Come on, just a little something. It doesn't matter.
I don't want angry comments.
It's part of YouTube.
I know it is part of YouTube, and it wouldn't hurt my feelings, but still, no, don't.
Got anything to say? Leave it down below.
It's far too silly. Anyways, so what we do here is we take a subject, excuse me, we take a subject every week and we just talk about it. Talk about, what we think about it, what our experience has been with it, just our opinions. And it is really just our opinions. We're not medical professionals. We are not, we're not nutritionists. So today we decided one of the things, we're rolling into fall. Fall is pretty much full tilt here. We've had our first semi-frosty morning, so that was fun. I woke up in the morning to take my walk and walked outside and saw the frost on the grass and had to talk myself into persevering through and going for my walk. But so we wanted to discuss seasonal affective disorder, SAD, seasonal depression, all that good stuff, or bad stuff. Excuse the dog barking.
That's stuff to say.
Yeah, exactly. So, first of all, what our experience has been with it. Me personally, being basically a lifelong Michigander, Michigan winter is pretty long. It can be dark. It can be, the days are short, the nights are long, it's cold, it's dreary. We go through months with minimal sunshine.
It just gets really old. It gets so old. It just draws on and on and on.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, this is awesome. It's amazing and beautiful for about a month or month
until after the holidays.
Yeah, and then when you roll into like February
is
still
the
getting
worst.
Snow and stuff, and it's just like gray, and it looks like the most depressing depiction of like Russia you could imagine.
It's not
it's awful.
He's so dramatic.
It's not fun.
It's not that bad. What it is, what I hate, here's what I hate. I hate that, so the first few snows, significant snows, you're looking out your window and you're like, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful, it's a winter wonderland, it's so fabulous. And then it kind of thaws, and then people drive through it, and it
brown,
gets dirty, icky, gross, just, it's not pretty.
It's like dog poop everywhere.
Oh, well, it's gross.
It's pretty gross. So.
Anyways, so how that affects your, that's talking about what the weather is.
Right.
You know, how the weather is. And the weather is the weather is the weather. You have no control over that, nothing. Seasonal affective disorder is actually, it's an actual disorder that is, you know, I mean, people, you know, have to take medication for it. People have to, you know, it can run the gamut of, you know, being very minor in your life and not really to being debilitating. And if it is debilitating, I mean, we're going to talk about a few things that we do or we have done. If it's debilitating, go get help. Go get help. Go there, you know, I will always recommend therapy. Recommend if you need to go and speak to somebody and even potentially take a prescribed medication or something like that, do what you need to do. There is no shame. We will never, ever tell you, take this supplement instead of going in. Never. Take care of you. Do what you need to do. We're just going to tell you a few of the things that we have tried, we have worked. Now, I was thinking about it this week, and I used to suffer from it, from seasonal depression badly. Right. I used to, when I was young, it was pretty bad. It was right around. It started around, because seasonal affective disorder, they say usually starts in fall and lasts all winter. And that's valid. For me, it wasn't like that. For me, it usually started right around January, after the holidays. So after the holidays, rolling into, I would say the first 3 months of the year were horrible. You know, just such a funk, just in such a, it was just trying not to be in such a dark place. Right. So last year, I was thinking about it, last year was the first time that I can remember that I did not feel that way to the regular extreme. And I remember telling your dad in February, it was the end of February, and normally February is, for whatever reason, thank God it's the shortest month, because February is my least favorite month of the whole entire year. I hate February, and I don't know why, I just hate it. But I remember telling your dad at the end of February, this was the first February where I did not feel like crap.
Right, that's good.
And so I started thinking about it this week, and what did I do differently last year that I've done basically my whole entire life. And not to harp on the whole 75 hard thing, hardish, not to harp on that. But honestly, it wasn't that. It was the fact that I firmly believe it was the fact that I continued to get outside.
Oh yeah.
Even though, because in Michigan, it is, once it gets cold, you would think that nobody lives in the house, besides the cars on the street. I mean, of course, there are definitely areas where people are outdoorsy and skiing and sledding and doing this, that, and everything else. But we're not. No. We've never been those people. I mean, besides, going out and building the occasional snowman and stuff like that. But yet, last year, we were still doing the walking every day. We were still doing the, even if it was snowy and crappy and everything else. And we were making a point of getting out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would agree that is a seriously...
You're wiggly. Okay, go ahead.
I would agree that is very much so, like, the most helpful thing. It seems like something so small and like so simple to just go outside. A lot of people, I feel like, would respond to that with, "What the?
It's cold.
It's not. It's ridiculous. That's not actually going to help that much.
Or it's cold.
Or it's too cold, or something like that." And it's like, okay, that's fine. You get used to it. You adapt to it.
You bundle up.
Yeah, we have coats. We have adapted for thousands of years to survive in temperatures such as this, and trust me, you will feel a million times better.
You do.
100% a fact.
I never thought that I would.
And if you can't do that, if you really don't want to do that, take your vitamins. at least.
Or you should, in addition to that, take your vitamin. And what vitamins are you? I mean, it's very easy to assume everybody knows what kind of vitamin. Yeah, it is. It's vitamin. It's the vitamin D. Take vitamin
K2 and D3.
K2 and D3. We're not going to give you any advice on how much you should take, what dosage you should take. Do your own research. But I take it daily, and Max does.
So yeah, and even if it's something that you're like, oh, supplements don't actually do anything, vitamins don't actually do anything, it's like physically, it's they don't. It's not proven that they do anything or something along those lines. It's still a placebo ritual. Even
if it's placebo.
Yes.
Who cares?
Yeah, exactly. You are still actively doing something to go out of your way to make yourself feel better, and that is the goal. That's the objective. When you care, when you try and you care, there's results. So the point is like, do everything in your power to fight against the effects that you know are coming. If you've experienced, that's what I'm trying to do now, because I get very bad seasonal depression. It's very easy for me to fall into it's cold outside, it's gross outside, nobody expects me to go outside, so I'm just not gonna do that. I'm just gonna sit inside, watch movies and play video games all day, every day. That's all I'm gonna do. Oh, it's like hibernating season. I'm just gonna eat like trash because it's the holidays. That's what you do. And it's really easy to fall into that because, you know, you kind of get conditioned to just do it again and again and again and again. And if you have experienced depression during these times and then you continue to do the same things, expect different results.
You do the same things, you get the same results.
Exactly. So you need to be aware of around the time that you start to feel that way, and then actively change your habits and actions. And once you do so, treat it like a hypothesis, like a test. You're testing out to see, does this work? Does this work? Does this work? At least give it a shot, because it will be worth it.
So the vitamins.
Vitamins. Like, here's a problem with a lot of like wellness things. People are up, they're great. Let's break it down. Like, they're amazing on the weekdays, right? They're doing fantastic on the weekdays, but the weekends roll around, it's time to party. Let's go out, drink, get messed up, eat terribly, not work out, sleep horribly, stuff like that, and then they have to do it all again during the weekday.
Here's the difference between, and this is the reason why we wanted the channel. I do not do that. I did do that.
Right. I
do not do that.
I don't really do that either. But
no, I did. I as a younger person, Max either does or knows people that, you know, I mean, which is normal. That's normal.
Continue the same habits at all times.
Consistency.
Do not have a time of year where you give up, or you slow down, or you change your actions just because it's that time of year, or because it is that time of week. Because, oh, it's the weekend, now I don't have to
work out.
No, I don't have to work out. Now
or
I don't have to eat well. Now I don't have to follow a sleep schedule. If you have a period of time that extends multiple months where it's like that, and I'm not saying that you're actively deciding to do that, that it is clearly affected by, you know, depression and a lack of motivation, you just need to continue to do what you did before that made you feel well. It's harder, but
it's much easier to fight it, to nip it in the bud, to get it, to do all of that in the beginning.
And if you start,
than it is in the middle.
Because
when you are feeling,
you will get those feelings. Those feelings will come on, and you will want to say, I'm going to give up on this. I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm not going to do it. You're going to make excuses.
But what happens is it's not, like you said, it's not a, it usually is not a conscious thought. Here's how it starts. Here's how it starts.
Right.
You have, especially in Michigan in the winter, okay? We have a blizzard, okay? We have an absolute poop ton of snow that comes down. Okay, so you have one day where you are literally snowed in, 1, 2, whatever days. Everything being snowed in is not unusual. Everything, so you're snowed in. So you have one day where you're like, I'm snowed in. I'm snowed in. I'm gonna do this, and then you have another day. Okay, so I'm gonna get something delivered. I don't feel like going out. I don't feel like doing this. I'm gonna get something. What I'm saying is, it's slow. It's gradual. It is rarely a conscious decision to. It's rarely a conscious decision to say F it.
But
that's what it builds to.
But also think about what you just said. The examples you just gave are completely and totally conscious decisions to
I know,
give up on.
But you have to. What I'm saying is that so everybody has a one day. I mean, there is no such thing as perfection. There's no such thing as perfection. There's no such thing as somebody that I will keep my exercise and fitness and nutrition and everything else 100% constantly 365 days a year.
Yes.
And if you are, sweet, props to you, man. I have no idea what that's like.
Right.
Everything. But the average person, they're not going to do that.
Right.
So you start out with having one day. And I'll have one of those days. I might have 2 of those days. Everything. I'll have the days where I never get out of my pajamas all day long, and I'm laying around with my dog snuggled up, drinking coffee and watching videos, because that's what I dig doing. Everything. And I will definitely have one of those days. I might have 2 of those days. But on my second day, I'm usually realizing by the first quarter of the second day, I'm like, this is probably not the, and then I'm thinking about what can I do to get back into, this is a very slippery slope that is, especially this time of year, super easy to go down.
But I think that's kind of my point, is that at least with exercise, maybe not eating well at all times, like super strict diet at all times, but at least with exercise or getting outside, some kind of movement or like mental activity, some kind of genuine activity.
Yes.
I think that does have to be something that is not, I'm just not going to do it today. I'm not going to do it even really for like one day, because the way
I have those days.
Yeah, a lot of people do.
I have those days.
The thing is that it's
but I
kind
get
of
back to it.
Right. The thing is, at least for me, because it's all opinion based, at least for me, it's like, let's say I wanted to start flossing every day.
Flossing your teeth, yes.
And I do. I have for the past probably 2 years now.
Yeah.
I floss every night, and there's been so many nights where it's like midnight and I'm about to fall asleep and my eyes shoot open and I launch out of bed and I say, I didn't floss. And I could tell myself right then and there,
it's just one night.
Yeah, it's just one night. Does it really matter? I'm so sleepy. I just want to go to bed. It's just flossing. Nope. I say I want to do it. I'm going to do it every single night. It doesn't take that long. It's not that hard. I have the means and the ability to do it. All these habits are rituals to achieve a certain feeling.
Yeah.
That's all they are. And if your ritual to achieve a certain feeling is to relax and have a pajama day and everything like that, that's fine. And I think that's a good way to avoid, if that's something you do to avoid seasonal depression, then that's totally fair. And I think that is good. I personally believe that the best way to do it is because for me, mine is so severe that I have to actively fight and struggle against it, and everything I have every day needs to be, okay, I'm not going to play video games right now. I have to read something that like motivates me to do blank. I have to draw, I have to exercise, I have to eat well, I have to go outside for an hour or two or something. I have to do this, or I will slip into this, and because even for a day feeling that depressed or like that awful is not fun. It's like miserable.
Oh, when I have my pajama days, I'm not depressed or
okay, that's
miserable.
fair.
I think that's the difference.
Right.
That's the difference. What I'm talking about is I'm having, excuse me, a pajama day, relax, do whatever the F I want to do on that day. No one can, your dad leaves me alone, everybody leaves me alone. It is my day, everything, and
my wife, every day I come home, my wife makes the same meal for dinner.
Shut up. And so I have, that's totally different than I don't want to get out of bed day. That is totally different. That is, I'm too depressed I just want to pull the covers over my head. I am not talking that kind of day.
Okay.
That is, you know what I mean?
So I think the conclusion then that we've built then is that we've come to is that you need to have rituals.
After hollering at each other.
Right. That's how things get solved.
I know. You need
I was this close to attacking you. I was this close to attacking you physically.
No, you weren't. You're not that dumb. So anyways.
That's why I've been going to the gym, Mom.
So you continue your rituals.
You have to have rituals that you continue and that you build up. You have the motivation and the energy to do well for yourself has to be equal, if not greater, than the motivation to be depressed. Or not the motivation to be depressed, but the depression that's taking away from that motivation. You have to equal that.
I get that.
I
understand what you're saying.
If you know that it's hard and it's bad and it's just miserable and it sucks and that's all you're thinking about, then you have to equal that with it's awesome, it's fun, this is great, and I'm gonna have an amazing time. You have to. That's the only way things are gonna get better. And if you don't, I think that you know what's gonna happen.
Yeah. So there's that. Continue. So in synopsis, continue your rituals. Continue your, your eating, your exercising, all that stuff. Take your supplements. Speak to your doctor about what, maybe get some blood work done. Figure out what you might be deficient in. What might help you. Myself, I have low iron. I'm anemic. If I mess around with that and I don't take iron, then it's all bets are off and it's horrible. So that between that and the vitamin D and some different things that I take makes me feel much, much better.
Different things, Mom said.
Pardon?
What are those different things, Mom?
None of your business. Anyway, anyways, we so doing those things, and then the getting outside. I have in my Amazon cart right now, I have a pair of their lighter weight.
More shoes?
No, I already bought those. Lighter weight winter pants.
Oh,
I mean, which would be, they're like a lighter
windbreaker type pant.
No, they are lined. They're lined, so they're lined and they're, so I mean between wearing leggings and then those over it, my legs are gonna be toasty warm. I have a really comfortable coat that I can move in. So that's the key. Bundling up so that you look like, is it Randy from Christmas Story? I think it's Randy. Anyways, bundling up so that you look like, the kid from the Christmas Story, that is not going to motivate you to move out there.
If it is, go ahead.
Well, you're going to wobble.
Yeah.
But having having a super comfortable pair of walking boots, having the equipment that makes you want to get out there. I can walk for miles as long as I'm warm and I'm dry.
Yeah.
And it's fun and it's great and no one's bothering you and you can walk down the middle of the street and you don't see cars and it's great and it's wonderful. Okay, so it's the supplements, the rituals, the exercise, the getting outside,
It's the energy, it's motivation.
Yep, it's staying
Energized.
Yes, I
That's
agree.
what it is.
And if all else fails, and you do get to a place where you just feel like crap and you can't get out of it, reach out to people.
Therapy, friends,
yeah.
us if you want.
Oh yeah, that'd be nice. Yes, but reach out, talk to people, talk to your provider, get some help, do what you gotta do. But above all else, just remember, it's a point in time. It's not forever time. This too shall pass. It gets better. You make it through. Every year you make it through. So we hope that helped. We hope that we gave you maybe a little bit of ideas to maybe make it through winter a little bit easier. Anything else, Max?
I think I'm all good.
Okay.
I think I'm all set.
Don't forget, subscribe. A lot of people told me they didn't know how to subscribe. Yes, you do need to have a Google account, I think. You have to have a Google account. It's not hard. You set up a Gmail. It's easy peasy. If I could do it, anybody can do it. But if nothing else, hit the thumb, subscribe, comment. Thanks. And we'll see you
Thanks,
later.
everybody.
Bye, friends.
Oh.